another one.
What the heck happened there? Hold on. What's going on over there? Okay, got it. All right, cool. ISTQB relevance for experienced automation engineers. So, okay, first of all, what does ISTQB stand for, right? Because I never remember their acronym. So it stands for, anybody? Where is it? International Software Testing Qualifications Board. Right? So is ISTQB relevance for, or relevant? I should mean relevance for. Oh, ISTQB relevance for experienced automation engineers, right? So here's the question. I have 8-ish years of experience as a test automator. During these years, I've worked for customers from different countries on different projects. At none of the numerous interviews was I asked if I had a certificate, but I have repeatedly heard that, for example, in companies from the United States of America, they often ask about it. And I have also heard this for companies from Germany, Canada, and Australia. Who has such a certificate? Please tell us how it is useful to you. Have you ever been asked to show it at interviews? And if so, what other related questions were you asked about it? All right, so this is right down my alley. Love this question. All right, so I am going to start the timer for this one, and I'm going to answer you like this, right? I do not have my ISTQB certification. Yep. I have to admit it. I don't have it. And guess what? Quite frankly, I don't care. I have 15 years of experience in the QA field. I've been doing automation for the past 12 to 13-ish years, something like that. And I have never been asked for the ISTQB certification. Is it useful? For the most part, negative, ghostwriter. But who asks for it? So the companies that I see normally ask for it are kind of like contracting companies for a lot of times government agencies, maybe a pharmaceutical type healthcare company might ask for it, but I used to work for one of those and they never asked for it. It is not, I repeat, it is not asked for by companies in the USA. Possibly they want it in India, from what I've seen when I'm looking at some Indian Reddit forums and stuff like that. But here in the USA, they really don't care about if you can pass a test or not, especially for QA. It's, do you know how to do the work? And I've shared the story before. There was this Discord that I was in one time, and I asked the question because they were really gung-ho on the ISTQB certification. They were all lining up in droves to get it. All spent, like, I'm telling you, just from that Discord alone, they probably made the ISTQB board multi-millionaires. Yes, they did. They loved that certification like their life depended on it. But then they would study so hard for it. And you know, a lot of people, they just love to take tests. They love to take tests so that they can feel like they accomplished something. But then I asked them, like, well, how would you test this scenario, right? And I'm asking for like numbers and response, and I get a whole book report. Yes, I got a book report on how they would test it and all the theory behind their testing approach. But I never actually got the answer for the question.
Bruh.
I think Sean might have been there too. Sean is my guy. And at the end of the day, I think someone got close to an answer. That was a group of people that I was asking, right? So what I've seen though, here's what I've seen with the ISTQB. A lot of times people will get the job, people who are in QA, but like for QA, they'll get the job. And because they have experience, they've been working in the industry. Or even if they get hired with no experience, right? Even if they get hired with no experience, they start building up experience. And now for some reason, the company, maybe they're getting some type of contract, a very close friend of mine. They're like a manager of the company. They're the QA manager, like high level in there, right? And in order to meet some contractual obligations, then they went in there and then they went and got the certification in order to represent the company so that they can land the contract. I've heard about it in those situations. After you actually have the job already and you know what you're doing, now you say, oh, well, we need the certification. Cool, I'll go and get it. And then the company actually pays for it. The company pays for the certification. Not you. And here's the thing. I've read some of their emails before that I get from them on different live streams. And they'll say, oh yeah, if you go in and you get the certification, it is going to guarantee you a job. Red flag, red flag, red flag alert. If anyone says that they're going to guarantee you a job and they do not work for the company that's hiring you, and even if they do, it's time to raise your eyebrow like The Rock does. Because a test, it's like saying, oh, because I passed a test in college, therefore, ergo, that guarantees me getting a job. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have all of these people who have graduated college in tons and tons of debt, not being able to find a job, especially in their field. So tests and certifications do not guarantee anything, especially for the ISTQB, right? Some other fields, they're more helpful, like maybe cybersecurity, maybe cloud engineering, maybe having your AWS or your Azure certifications, your Google Cloud Platform certifications. They help, but here's the thing. Now they might help you get to the interview, but now once you get into the interview, and they start asking you questions. Oh, how do you navigate to what is it called? The one that we used. Forgot the name of it. We use it for the whatever it is. But how do you navigate? Like, how do you use ECR? How do you use Elastic Container Service? How do you use Elastic Beanstalk? That's what I'm thinking. How do you use Elastic Beanstalk? How do you do the subnets? How do you do the load balancers? All of that stuff, right? And they start asking you these questions like, well, you said you have the certifications. I would expect you to know how to actually do the work. Right? What? God forbid. God forbid. See what I mean? So for me, I think a lot of times when people rely on the certification, that makes they start and then you ask them a question, then we start hearing a little bit of word salad, and things just start coming out. You're like, what in the world are you talking about? Like, thank you, but no thank you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I always advocate. Learn how to do the job first. And then it makes it so much easier to get the certifications because you know it. And now you just have to study a little to get like the exact answer that they're looking for. But you know how, so now if you're not sure what the exact answer, you can close your eyes and be like, okay, if I was navigating through AWS, or if I was doing this, if I was testing that, well, I would do this, and the other, and then, okay, boom. And now you got the answer, right? A lot of times when you're trying to cram and stuff like that, that's when you fail. Know the material, know how to do the work, and then get the cert if necessary, right? That is my answer for that. Hopefully that was helpful. And let me know if you have more questions about that, right? Let's wrap that question up.
Scrolling through my phone, I can find a spark. Each day feels like a bug in a broken arc. But my lines of code know me better than they do. In love with these scripts, they hold me true. Conversations fizzle, hearts feel like a chore. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Bad days come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Okay, dining on hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Awake, awake. Bad days come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. So I'll lay down my heart, let